Hey everyone, it's Kelly the Frugal Fun Mum here in Adelaide, Australia. Welcome to the channel and to today's video where we're starting in the garden. I've just watched back the footage and oh, there's a lot. And everything where I'm like, well, I could just pick this bit up and I could put this here and then I can organize this and I can organize that. And it seems that I can't do part A without B or C or D, and then I go back to the start again and it's just all over the place. So yeah, my brain doesn't run in a linear line, it runs like this. That's what success looks like, right? Just you get there eventually. Anyway, the only real focus that I'm kind of thinking is that I want to grow food. And so that's kind of how the mess started and then has accumulated. So if I just kind of focus on getting that sort of done and settled, and then I can start cleaning up and doing other bits and pieces around me, because who knows, I might find stuff like there's soil in pot plants and stuff like that that could probably get dumped in there. Then digging up the dirt from those mounds will go in there, and just lots of those like little things too. So I think we're gonna click over to the garden beds and start sorting that out, building those, and then we'll see where we go. Let's go. All right, so garden bed 1 is what we're gonna be working on today. I have these very professional kitchen gloves because I don't know where my gardening gloves are, and no doubt they're filled with spiders. So what I'm gonna do is kind of just go around there, check out where the tree is, probably prune a few of the branches to clean this out, start moving some of that wood over into here to build the base of the Frugal culture, and we'll go from there. So let's go. There's an old tree in there. That was easy. There's a whole succulent in here. So that root just came out of there. It came out really easily. But there's a whole succulent in here. I'd have no idea where that even came from. This was dead as a doornail when we last left it. Okay, let's dig that out. So I'm going to leave the dead weeds and stuff that are there. Hopefully they'll break down. I think that's good enough. I'll worry about chopping more of the tree later, but for now let's get some of that wood in here. So bit by bit we're going to move all the logs that are from here. I'm using a rake because this area has been known to house quite a few geckos and blue-tongue lizards, so hoping that some of the movement will just give them a chance to move out of the way and then not get injured. Some of these logs were really heavy so it's probably good that this is on fast forward and no sounds, because you would hear me be like to try and lift up a couple of them. I cut out all the bits where I kept dumping the logs in the actual beds, so you're just seeing me reduce the pile here, which I think looks more effective. So here is the start of my Frugal culture bed. Still got some space, and then still got these to fill. That end one has a whole lot of dirt in it because I started filling that before I knew anything about building the base up, so that will probably get some sticks and stuff in it. We'll see how we go. Well, I'm completely done for today. I've only been out here for about an hour, It's only like 4:30, but the sun's going down. But I think I've done enough for today. So I'm just going to pretty much jump into it today. There is a heli chopper, as my kids would say, around, keep circling, probably checking I'm not burying a dead body or something. So let's just get into today's video. No idea what I'm going to do. It's meant to be raining today according to the BOM website, my husband says. And here's the sky. Let me turn you around. So yeah, it's pretty much a dial of cloud. There's not a lot out here, but either way, let's get started. Let's go. So the first thing I'm doing today is taking some photos of the leftover raised garden beds, and I'm listing them on Gumtree and then the Buy Nothing group. There's an Adelaide gardening group and a South Australian gardening group. So I'm hoping that someone would be interested in them. Then moved round to the side of the house to get rid of the last of the logs, and I think the progression shots make this look good. Makes it look like I'm going super fast. I wish it was this fast. I was surprised at how light some of the logs were. Obviously, hugelculture had started here for some of these, so happy that I'd already moved a lot of the heavier stuff and now I could just deal with the smaller bits and pieces, and it was quite easy moving the last little bits around, and I'm happy that now I've sort of got this little space down a bit. I started also raking up some of the leftover bark and everything else that's sort of here, and was scraping it all together, and I thought they could go in the bottom of the bed, but then I also thought, well, this area is just going to get bark chipped anyway, so I might as well just leave it. Then I remembered all of the twigs and stuff down the side of the house, so figured I better go and collect all of those, because that was the purpose of keeping them, to go into the beds, and I thought I was going to be pretty annoyed with myself if I forgot. So every bed here has at least some type of logs and bits and pieces in it, and so now it's time to start filling it up with other bits and pieces that we have around the house. So in my efforts to finish the hugelculture bed and also start to tidy up a few of the piles of stuff that's around the house, I'm finally getting around to dumping in these bags of mulch that are disintegrating, as you can see there. And oh, they were super heavy. So that's why I've just put this in real time, because I've just hit that I can't be bothered stage, but I know I need to keep moving to get a few bits and pieces done, as well as all these leaves and stuff that were down the side of the house under all those logs. And apparently I think I'm doing a good job by just filling up the beds with this stuff. I don't think it's really gonna, fill a space or whatever, but hey, it's stuff. Here is something I've been wanting to deal with for a very long time. I've been collecting all these sticks from the other trees that we got pulled down, and I think they're finally dried out enough now for me to be able to use them. The rubbish bin has just stayed in the middle of the lawn, and the lawnmower people have mowed around it, which has been hilarious. So at least more twigs and sticks can go into the base of the garden beds, helping to fill up the space. So that was just quick, the pile of dirt from all these garden beds that now need to go back in the beds. And as you can see, we dumped a whole lot in there, and it looks like we've hardly done any. So there's going to be a bit of moving everything around, I think, to try and get them filled up. But yeah, we will do it. Here's the olive tree that I need to get cleaned up and sorted so I can get some access to the chicken shed. I want to turn it into a gardening shed, and I whacked my head on that branch. And I have a bit of a bruise on my head, so that's exciting. Gardening is dangerous, yeah. And there's a whole lot of other mess and stuff around here that I just want to get tidied up. Bits of plastic and things that got chucked here from when they put the fence up next door. I don't know who's what, but yeah, anyway, we're going to just tidy this up. You can see the corrugated iron that's leaning against the fence. I'm hoping to get a company called Scrappy Adventures here in Adelaide to come and remove it for free, so they get something and I get something, because I'm just can't see the forest through the trees, as they say, and I just feel that it's in my way to try and clean up part of the area. It is nothing in the big scheme of things with trying to fill the garden beds and do everything else, but there are just some little things from time to time that just irritate me. So I'm just like, ooh, it needs to go. It needs to go. So hopefully I've sent them a message on Facebook. Hopefully they can help me. So look at this. The path is starting to be exposed. And again, see, there's all this rubbish that's there with the bricks and stuff left over. I need to deal with that. And then I thought, just weirdly, I'd start digging up this dirt and filling up some more of the garden bed. I'm just trying to get everything down to a bit of a base level so it's all clean and tidy. Sometimes I think I'm just clearly insane going over things time and time again. So just working on the final bit of the garden path just to make it all clean up, and digging up all the excess leaves and stuff like that so they can just get added to the bed. You would have just seen me pull up, there's some old like underlay and carpet and stuff that my dad put down ages ago to stop the weeds and have a bit of a barrier, and it's worked really well. And I went to pull some of it up, but then realized it probably should just stay there, so I probably need to fix that a bit later. Yeah, I'm just digging up dirt for now and seeing where we're at. So hubby helped me dig some dirt up. You'll be able to see here there's a big pile that's gone. He didn't want to be on camera, but at least it helps to fill up a whole lot of the beds. So we've still got more to go, but yeah, we're getting there. Woohoo! Feels like we've got some progress, which is just in time, because I think someone did dial a cloud, because the clouds are starting to come in and the weather's changing a bit. So I've pulled apart all the bits of the trees and the olive trees in that bed, and I've put it all here ready to go for the recycling. So here is a before and a bit of an after. Look at that. Yay, all the garden beds went thanks to Facebook. Oh, Gumtree was a nightmare. People were like, is it still available? I'm like, yes it is, and then you don't hear from them. And then yes, the metal that was against the fence that was there came and got collected a couple of days later. They were so quick. I'm so grateful. I'll leave their link below. So we've had a pretty productive weekend with all of the wood and the scrap metal going. Thank you so much to everyone who came and collected it for free, saving me money. You get a bargain, and I'm happy that it's another step that's happening. We've got a pretty busy week happening, so I'm not really sure how much garden I'll get done. So this might only be an update about once a fortnight, because I'm just trying to keep a little bit ahead of ourselves. But thank you so much for watching, and keep wishing me well because I have a little bit more work to do. Absolutely. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment below. Cross your fingers for me. Subscribe if you haven't already. We'd love to have you as part of our Frugal Fun family. And as always, I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.